Hello students, I am Rahul Pandey. Today I will continue third part of the chapter Lost Spring. One winter morning, I see Sahib standing by the fence gate of the neighborhood club, watching two young men dressed in white playing tennis. I like the game. He hums, content to watch it standing behind the fence. The authoress Anis Jung said that once upon a time I noticed that Sahib was standing near the gate of his neighborhood, alright, near the fence, and he was watching two young men who were playing tennis. Whenever I went near Sahib, he asked me that I like the game very much, alright, and he was very interesting to see that match. I go inside when no one is around. He admits. He told to the narrator that whenever no one is there, I always go inside this fence and I noticed and I see the matches, okay, of tennis. The gatekeeper lets me use of the swing. Sahib too is wearing tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt and short. And he told me that sometime the gatekeeper allows me to use the swing, alright. And whenever I noticed his shoes, I found that the color of his shoes were mismatched, alright, with the color of his clothes, and someone gave them to me, he says in the manner of an explanation. Whenever I noticed his shoes, he told me that means once upon a time there was a gentleman who gave me these shoes. The fact that they are discarded shoes of some rich boy, but the reality was known by the narrator Anis Jung. She knew very well that once upon a time he got these shoes when a rich boy discarded these shoes because there was a hole in that shoes. That's why the rich boy do not want to wear it, all right. For one who has walked barefoot, even shoes with a hole in a dream came true. And the narrator says that means Sahib used to move here and there without a shoe. And today, if he got a shoe with a hole, so no problem, it is a matter of happiness and surprise for him because his dream come true. But the game he is watching so intently is out of his reach. Narrator says that means I thought that the game who is watching by him very intently. I thought that he will not know so much about this game. This morning Sahib is on his way to the milk booth. In his hand is a steel canister, and after that means one day when Anis Jung was going and she noticed that means it was a morning time and Sahab was on his way, and when she saw him she became very shocked because today the Sahib was not doing the work of rack picking, alright. He doesn't have sack on his shoulder, but the narrator found him near the milk booth, and instead of a sack, today Sahab had a steel canister in his over his shoulder. Oh, she became very shocked, and whenever the narrator Anish Jung asked him, he said that I now work in a tea stall down the road. The narrator Anish Jung asked him that what happened, Sahib? Means now you have given up the job of rag picking. Then he said that yes ma'am, right now I have given up the job of rag picking and now I have work, okay, I have started to do work in a tea stall, okay, which is the down the road. And he says pointing in the distance, the Sahib indicate his tea shop where he used to do job, and he indicates the shop to the narrator Anis Jung. And he also told the narrator that Ma'am, I am very glad because I also get salary from here and I earn 800 rupees per month, and also I get meal per day from this tea shop. That's why I am very happy. Okay, Anizan, when she heard about this reality, she asked that, okay beta, now tell me that meant, do you like this job? I asked, okay, because Anizan wanted to know the reality, that what is the difference between two kinds of work. A work in which you are the owner of your work, on the other hand a work in which you have to do a work under any person. All right, because whenever he used to pick rags, okay, garbage, so at that time he was the owner of himself, because he doesn't have any time foundation. Okay, either morning, either noon, either evening. All right, he can choose, he can pick the garbage from the garbage bin and he has to deliver it. Okay, and sometime he found something like rupees in the garbage. But today, whenever he started to do a job in a tea shop, now his time have bounded. Now Anish Jang, according to Anish Jang, now he will have to come daily, okay, early in the morning at time, as well as he will have to leave this shop, tea shop, after completing his work, means after closing the shop. And between the opening and close, the timing of the shop, he cannot go, okay, his house. So that Anish Jang asked such type of question, and whenever she asked, his face I see has lost the carefree look. Although he doesn't say me any word, but whenever I saw the face of Sahib Alam, I found that means now the facial expression of the Sahib Alam was describing each and everything. Okay, and the narrator said that means right now today I saw that there was a steel canister, seems heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so lightly over his shoulder. Anish Jang found a very great difference. Okay, means once upon a time, whenever he used to pick garbage, okay, at that time he has his own sack on his shoulder, and right now he had his means canister, okay, filled with tea. And today the narrator, the Anish Jang, found that means this steel canister was heavier than the garbage sack. Okay, because right now he has some responsibility, that he has to deliver this tea, okay, near that shop, near that house, and after delivering tea he will have to collect the amount, and after collecting the amount he will have to come here. So really it was a very matter of surprise by the narrator Anish Jang. Okay, that is why this is the difference by the narrator, and she wanted to explain that what is the difference between a job in which we are the owner of ourselves, and on the other hand a job in which we will have to do a job under any person. So that is why this sentence is very important, uttered by the narrator Anish Jang. And although Sahab doesn't reply, but the narrator Anish Jang understood very easily that means what was the reality. The reality was that Sahib was not happy right now doing job here, because he knew very well that now I am the slave of the owner of this tea shop. Okay, and there was a very difference. Once upon a time he has his own bag, okay, his own sack, and right now he has a tin canister. And the narrator says that means the next line is the bag was his. All right, the bag was his, whenever he used to pick garbage, at that time he had the bag. Okay, the bag was his. He was the owner of his own sack, but right now this steel canister belongs to the owner of the tea shop. And that is why the next line is that the canister belongs to the man who owns the tea shop. Okay, and Sahib will have to return so fast, and if suppose that he lost the canister, okay, at that particular time he will have to give the answer that where is the canister, and if he lost he will have to pay the price of that canister. Understand, dear students? So in the last lines of this chapter, means of this paragraph, the narrator says that now Sahib is no longer his own master. Means now the Sahib, the condition of the Sahib life is just like a slave. Now he cannot do the job according to his own desire. So dear students, it is the end of the this chapter, and in the next video you will read about a new kind of story about a boy whose name is Mukesh. Means and this video I will start tomorrow. So I hope that you will definitely understood this chapter very carefully. First part of this chapter, this story reveals of a boy Sahib Alam, and it is a third part of the video, and tomorrow I will deliver, okay, the next video of this chapter. So till when, keep learning and keep practicing. Thank you.